Okay, we're back for another video of NBA 2K11, and we saw the last video that the Orlando Magic defeat the Los Angeles Lakers in a game we close one by 5 points, 101 to 96, and now it's time to move on here in back again to Amway Center, Orlando. We got the Southeast rivalry. It's gonna be Gilbert Arenas and Josh Howard of the Washington Wizards take on Dwight Howard and Vince Carter of the Orlando Magic. In the same jersey for this game, we have the same jersey just like the last time. Yes, really they met on the opener. It was October 28th, so we're gonna do the same jersey. The Wizards in the blue, Magic in the white, and are ready to tip off and enjoy here in Amway Center in Orlando. Washington, Orlando. Game starts and enjoy. Here we go, and let's get started right now.
A Wednesday night presentation. A pick and roll master with the Deadeye J, Gilbert Arenas, and the Washington Wizards go up against the Orlando Magic. Wizards, Magic, up next.
We are live from Amway Center for an Eastern Conference contest with the Magic in Orlando. Good evening, everyone. It's good to have you here at 2K Sports on this Wednesday. And the Wizards head back to Washington after today's contest. They're still working to get to an elite level, but they face a team that's already there. They look to show they have what it takes to battle with the best. And now Washington's starting group. Josh Howard and Andre Blatch at the forward sides. Gilbert Arenas is out there with Heinrich and McGee. And for the Magic, Nelson and Carter are manning the backcourt. Brandon Bass is out there with Howard and Lewis. It'll be the Wizards off the tip. Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Stan Van Gundy.
Well, Kevin, he told me that he believes it will be their defensive effort that wins the game for them today. He said if we harass them coming up the floor, stay tight, get a hand in their face when the shot goes up, this game is ours. He's confident in their defensive prowess. We'll see, gentlemen.
Thank you, Doris. And Clark, how often do we hear this from
a lot, Kevin. You know, a lot of times coaches really talk about the defense. You get some easy scoring opportunities off long misses, steals, and blocked out. You get you in the transition to keep the field.
So the Orlando Magic able to put the first points up on the board. Back to Arenas. Goes up and finished off with a two-hand slam.
He has almost supernatural bouncing ability. He can bounce. Right out of the building.
Only a handful of players have that kind of athleticism, Clark. That was our Sprite slam cam on the replay. Nice job by the camera crew. Now here's Arenas. Dwight Howard missing his last shot. Heinrich gets over to watch. Open look. And a great assist by Heinrich as that one goes in. Watch has got his first basket of the night. Here's Carter. Connects.
Let's put the ball in his hands, Kevin, and watch him go to work. He's going to make something good happen.
On defense, Orlando, they went to Washington for their last meeting with the Wizards, and they came out with a win.
And they got a comfortable win against this team the last meeting. Really getting to the free throw line and executing a big help and a big difference in that last one.
That's good. Here is Nelson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Lakers. Pass to Howard. McGee's there, doubled by Howard. Howard draws the double. Just 5 to shoot. 4 seconds left, and again it's Orlando converting. And if your ball handlers and big men Clark can draw contact and sink those free throws, baby, you're all set.
That's always a game within the game, Kevin. Consistently getting to the free throw line and knocking them down.
And Washington has possession. Following the basket by Dwight Howard.
These guys are doing an excellent job on offense here at the start of this game. Good shots leading to 4 or 5 shooting.
And here's Nelson, averaging 14 points a game. Outside Lewis. Good. Nice assist from Nelson. Lewis has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Knocked loose. Nelson against Arenas. Carter right side. To the left wing. Here's Howard. And there the Magic with another bucket.
His height is really an advantage on that medium-range jumper. He can just rise up and pop it right over the defenders and get a good shot every time.
Now here's Arenas. Against Cleveland, he was really on his game. Gets the bucket. 8 points for him.
Right now, he's being extremely active on offense for him this quarter. He's perfect from the field.
Nelson kicks to Howard. McGee's there. From down low. And Dwight Howard again. Here is Arenas. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. Back to Howard. Leads him with the pass. And Flash slams it in.
Does he make it look easy or what, partner? Trust me, that's not easy.
Oh, I know it. I think he could climb over the backboard if he wanted to. And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
One of the big things they did, shot blocking. Big-time shot blocking. You don't see this kind of impact very often. There were some exciting plays going on in the shot blocking arena.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Ryan Anderson, who's checked in for Bass. Beatrice comes in for Rashard Lewis. And it's Williams in for Jameer Nelson. The Wizards making a switch here. And the basket by Thornton. Here is Carter. Against the Lakers, he was really on his game. The three. That's good. Carter's got his second bucket of the night. Here's Arenas. They trail by 3. He's guarded by Williams. Fires from the elbow, and Washington again with the bucket.
I tell you what, Kevin, both teams have been on a tear. This could be a very high-scoring game.
The outside leaner. And there the Magic with another bucket.
I actually think he made that shot a little harder than it needed to be, but he showed a nice touch to knock it down.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Young. That's it, coming off an assist from Arenas.
Boy, you got to love the way he gets himself to the rack. He knows how to keep the ball away from the defenders and lay it in.
Here's Carter. Misses the layup. Averaging 18 points a game. Here's Bletch. That's it, coming off an assist from Arenas. Bletch has got 6.
Great assist on that basket. He's seeing the floor well, and he's making some beautiful passes.
Outside Carter, and again it's the Magic from deep. And so the end of one sees some big buckets. It's the Magic, leading by just 2.
Well, Kevin, they've been filling it up from long range. Those three-pointers add up quickly.
The NBA, here on 2K Sports.
The best basketball players gather all on one court for a night of glamour and excitement. It's the greatest the basketball world has to offer. The NBA All-Star Game, coming soon.
A closely contested game here at the start of the second quarter. Here's Williams talking about that win against the Lakers. He was a big factor in that game as well. So with Arenas on the bench, here's the 5 for Flip Saunders right now. 14 blocks make up for Fultz. Howard is out there with Hinrich and Armstrong. Wizards trail by 4. Hinrich outside. Takes it up. Buries the short-range shot. Hinrich's got his first 2 points of the night.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
Here's Anderson. And again, it's Orlando converted. Here's Hinrich, averaging 6 points per contest. Stolen away. Deflects the pass. Defended by Carter. And Washington again with the bucket. Here's Williams. Here's Richardson. Pass to Carter. And almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot 2 here.
They've struggled trying to contain Vince Carter. He's got 8 points, and 6 of his points have come by way of the 3-ball.
And the first one drops. The Magic making a switch here. Nelson's checked in. And for the Wizards, McGee's checked in. And Gian Leon in for Andre Black. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Arenas. Under 4 minutes left in the second. Behind the arc. And Hinrich with the basket, the assist by Arenas. Heinrich's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And there he goes. He didn't get a 3 in the first, but starting to look for it here.
Here's Nelson. Gets the bucket.
That's the way to manufacture your shot against the taller defender. Solid effort.
One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And I love the unselfishness. It's a joy to watch.
Here's Howard. That's it, coming off an assist from Arenas. Howard's got his first points of the night. Carter outside. Guarded by Hinrich. Here's Anderson. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
For a player of this skill, it's going to take a lot better defense than that.
Wizards trail by 4. Arenas with it. And Washington again with the bucket.
He makes such intelligent plays with the basketball. Always aware, always a threat to score.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Gortat. Bass comes in for Ryan Anderson. Rashard Lewis, he's checked in for Quentin Richardson. And Peter subbed in for Vince Carter. The Wizards also changing it up. Armstrong's checked in, and it's Blatch in for Gian Leon. Here's Nelson. He has 5.
When he gets it going like this, you've got to double team. That's your only hope.
Here is Arenas. 4-point game. And here's Blatch. Over pass. Again, the Wizards score. Here's Nelson. He has 7. 2:02 left in the half.
2 minutes, less than 2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Armstrong against Howard. Washington trailing. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game is the first and...
crush a defender's spirit when he finishes with that kind of flourish.
Clark, is there anything better than a slam like that?
I don't think so.
Here's Nelson.
Come on, man. Box him up.
Backing down is Howard. Howard draws the double. And taken away by Arenas.
It was really both defenders working together that caused that turnover. They've been trading buckets and trading leads. What outstanding competitors out there.
And the Magic with possession. Trailing by 2. Back to Lewis.
Don't leave the door open.
Pass to Nelson. Backing down is Howard. The jump hook off the backboard and in. Howard's got 8 points.
Your best bet is to deny him that position. Do your work early on defense. Once he gets inside on you, you've already lost the battle.
So timeout called here. The first for Washington. Coming into this having matched the win against Cleveland in their last game.
There's some major bumping and thumping going on under the boards here, Kevin. That's what got it done. When you can consistently outboard the other guys, I mean, that's why it's such a key stat. It's always one of the key stats in winning, controlling the boards. And they did it, and that was the difference.
And the Magic making a change here. Duhan's checked in. The Wizards making this look here.
Kevin, this has really been a competitive, fun game.
Here is Heinrich. 7 points in the game. Headed by Duhan. Heinrich. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Tough interior defense means not allowing easy baskets. Good foul.
And so he makes both from the line. Here is Duhan. They can make this a 2-for-1 opportunity.
Come on, man. Box him out.
Back to Howard. McGee's there. Howard draws the double. Leads him in. And it's Duhan that time on the assist by Howard. 5 points in the game.
Kevin, they haven't attempted as many threes here in the second, and I think they're trying to get the ball inside more.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Heinrich. Yes, from downtown. Heinrich's got 12.
Boy, he's really starting to get in the flow now. A nice groove. That's his second here in the quarter, after none in the first.
Back to Howard. McGee's there with the shot. Again, the Magic score.
He's really one of the big reasons why they have the lead now. They're playing an extremely efficient game. It's fun to watch.
And the first half is now in the books.
What a great game for Vince Carter in this one. He's got 10 points, and he's hit 2 shots from beyond the arc. He's really opened up things for his passing by having so much success from the three-point line.
We're back to Orlando after this.
It's Wednesday night, and I hope your week is going well. Thanks so much for joining us here on HP at the Half. The Magic giving it everything they've got. Right now, they're in second place in the conference standings. A productive first half for Dwight Howard. After 2, he's got 10 points and has added a couple assists in this one, too. Looking at Washington, they're definitely making plays as well. They've been in an incredible rhythm offensively. If you're wondering why it's dark in the gym, they've shot the lights out. A great performance by Kirk Heinrich in the first half. And also Gilbert Arenas, who kicked in with a solid first half. A pair of good players, both putting up good numbers in tonight's matchup. And that's it for now as we send you back out to Kevin and Clark for the second half. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody.
How you feeling out there?
And as the quarter begins, both teams have been trading blows like prize fighters. A close ball game. Here's Nelson. He has 7. Nelson and Carter are manning the backcourt. Brandon Bass is out there, Lewis and Howard. That's the group starting the second half for Stan Van Gundy. Here's Nelson. The lead is 2. Now Bass. No points for him. Here's Carter. And there the Magic with another bucket.
I thought that was a real good job to look for the shot they wanted and then be patient enough to wait for it.
Wizards trail by 4. Outside Arenas. Easy shot. Howard's shot is good. Howard's got his second basket of the night. And here now the Magic. A 2-point game. They host the Kings after this game. Outside Lewis. The basket good off the assist from Nelson. And the Magic lead by 5.
He might not get a better look than that all game. You have to get closer to him. He's not going to bite you. Get up in it.
Here's McGee. And laying it in as that one falls through. He's got 10.
No one really contested him at the basket that time, Kevin. He's just too good in there to leave the door open for him.
Carter kicks to Howard.
I got ball. I got ball. Yo, left side. Yo, balance it out.
Shot. Clock at 5. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Now that we have the moment, let's take a peek at the teams that are leading the league in blocks. Look at the Wizards.
Kevin, this is a phenomenal defensive team. Not just good, they are excellent. They've made an awful lot of outstanding defensive plays. They're on the same page, they're aggressive, they're focused, and they pay attention to detail. That's why they keep teams from getting good shots in the paint. Get down, man.
Michael Petrus is checked in for Brandon Banks. And Nelson gets it to go.
Kevin, when you're defending a great shooter like that, you got to smell his breath. You got to be right on top of it.
Arenas against Nelson. Heinrich hits to Howard. Here's Blatch. Rebounded by Jameer Nelson.
You got to expect more out of him here. He's had a lot of difficulty this quarter, which in turn is making it difficult for them to cut into this deficit at all.
Here's Arenas. He has 6. Blatch backing down. Shoots it up. Drops it in from 12 feet. Blatch has got 10 points in the game.
When you get a hot hand like him, it's real simple. You need to keep going with it.
Carter up top, guarded by Heinrich. Heinrich against Carter. Pulls up from the elbow. And Agbanis Orlando converted.
That's exactly where the coach wants him to get his shot down. Right there from mid-range.
Time ball here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. Brandon Banks checked in for the Magic. Williams comes in for Jameer Nelson. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Take a look at the Magic. They're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs. And of course, the Washington Wizards. They have a lot of ground to make up.
Way to distribute the basketball.
Here's Williams. 2:08 left in the third quarter.
Tipped. It's hard to make a pinpoint pass from that far away. He couldn't get a hold of it.
Here's Howard. And Washington again with the bucket. Here is Carter. 14 points for him. Backing down is Howard. It bounces out of bounds after the shot. Chance now to check out the Washington Wizards' upcoming schedule. They'll be taking on the Miami Heat. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Orlando making some changes. Anderson comes in for Vince Carter. And it's Duhon in for Jason Williams. E.G. and Lee, and he's checked in for Washington. Young comes in for Kirk Heinrich. Washington trailing. Outside Arenas for the lead. And that is good. Arenas has got 8 points.
The intensity level has really picked up here in the second half.
Duhon with the ball. He has 5. And they get it. Howard, that's good. points for him. Here is Arenas. They trail by 1. Snatched away. Goes up. Duhan shot is good. Here is Arenas. 8 points for him. Back to Howard. That's it. Coming off an assist from Arenas.
Right now, he's just too good, Kevin. Way too good. They need to bring a second defender and try to make him give up the ball. Hey, right there.
Howard in the post. McGee's there. The baseline J. Right Howard again. Howard's got 14 points. Here is Arenas. The double-double. Just one basket away now for him. Here's Howard. It's good, and Arenas with the assist. He's got 11.
My man is in fuego. Definitely way too hot to handle.
Now Pietrus. Averaging 9 points per contest.
That's a good job going right back at him with the 3 of their own.
It's a 3-point game. Pass to Howard. Over Bass. And Washington again with the bucket.
That's exactly the way you practice it. Hit the open man for the great look.
Here's Duhan. Shot is off. And so this one is tightly contested as we end the third. Look at Vince Carter in this game. I mean, he's been everywhere.
Absolutely. He's scoring well, and he's doing it with excellent efficiency. That's the key. He's playing within himself and getting good looks.
Magic lead by 1.
Next Tuesday, Joe Johnson and the Atlanta Hawks take on Kobe Bryant and the LA Lakers. Don't miss it.
Fourth quarter getting going here. It's time for our Sprite Spark of the Game report. Let's go to Doris first.
And Kevin, for that great stretch the Magic put together, they get the Sprite Spark Award. They came out of halftime chomping at the bit, made their run in the third, and are staying with it, guys.
Doris, thank you. Big scoring run there was the spark they needed.
Everything started to synergize, and once the ball was rolling, there was no stopping.
Here's Heinrich. So with Arenas on the bench, here's a foul for Flip Saunders right now.
Watch out alone. Run for cover, young fella. With the score being so close, there's little margin. For error by either team.
Here's Heinrich. Guarded by Nelson. Here's Blanche. And a great assist by Heinrich as that one goes in.
Wow. It's been all offense all game. Everybody's got the hot hand.
Heinrich against Nelson. Carter against Martin. 5 to shoot. 3 seconds left. And again, it's Orlando converted.
He's got a sky-high field goal percentage, and that's because he's been working to get good looks.
Nelson against Heinrich. Watch. Pass to Martin.
Good. Now, that's a good job of getting the ball down low like that. I mean, those are hard to stop from that range.
Here's Carter. And down home.
Skilled finisher, and it's not hard to tell why.
Well, he is one hard man for a defense to deal with. Washington calls timeout. for the Magic. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Gortat. And Brandon Bass subbed in for Ryan Anderson. The Wizards making a switch here. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey, Kev. Well, during that last break, I heard Flip Saunders addressing his team. He told them, we're in control of our own destiny in this thing. It's as simple as that, fellas. If you want to come out on top, you need to dig down for a little bit extra to close it out. Let's see if they can, guys.
Outside Howard. Release assist from Nelson.
An open look out there in transition and did not hesitate. That's a nice shot.
Wizards trail by 4. From about 16, and Washington again with the bucket.
Kev, both teams have ramped it up here in the second half.
Lewis outside. Overthink.
The intensity level has really picked up here in the second half.
And it's Washington's ball, trailing by 4. The shot by Arenas, and Washington again with the bucket.
He's such a clutch shooter, Kevin. He just lives for the big shot.
Lewis outside. From the wing, and again it's Orlando converting.
Yeah, both teams have ramped it up here in the second half.
And Washington has possession. 4-point game. Howard with the steal. Throws it up. Deflected. Heinrich with the steal. Nails the easy jumper.
The intensity level has really picked up here in the second half.
Orlando leading. Lewis on the way. Back to Nelson. Pass to Howard. Oh, might have had a three-point play. He couldn't power it down. He'll shoot 2.
We watched Howard play some great basketball. He's got 17 points, and he's had a steal in there, too. This is some performance we're witnessing out of him.
So for the Wizards, McGee's checked in, and it's Howard in for Alcorn. Here is Heinrich. 2:01 left to 2 minutes remaining in the quarter. Here's Arenas. Snaps the net.
Yeah, both teams have ramped it up here in the second half.
And here we go with Jameer Nelson. Carter for 3. The basket good off the assist from Nelson.
There's no answer for the three-point shot this half. They've dominated from behind the arc.
Washington calls timeout. They're losing by 4. 1:48 left in the game. Howard with the steal.
Oh, what a great steal. That's a big-time play there.
Here's Bass. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Looks like a good call from here where I sit. Definitely some contact on that shot.
Gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Clutch free throws there. He drained them all to raise the lead.
And the Wizards with possession. They trail by 6. Doubled by Nelson. Heinrich outside. Over Lewis. The shot by Heinrich no good.
This is one of the key reasons why they're losing. You have to get more production out of your core star player. Not a single turnover in the first half for him, Kevin, but that ball control he had, it seems to have slipped away since halftime.
Here's Howard. It's in coming off an assist from Arenas. Here is Nelson. 1:08 left in the fourth. Takes a 3. That's good.
I'll tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
That pass was just a tad off target, and he couldn't quite get both hands on it.
Hooked loose. It stays here.
Risky pass there. They're lucky to retain possession this time.
Here's Carter. 51 seconds left in the game. Less than 1 minute left.
Contact certainly altered that shot. The official was right on top of it.
Sinks the first one, and that brings them within 5. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
2 big free throws to cut into that lead. Now they need to get back and play some solid D.
Guarded by Heinrich.
That's a smart play to take it right at him aggressively and pick up the blocking play.
And the first, and that puts them up by 5. Perfect from the line. It's a 6-point ball game. Here's Arenas. This is a crucial possession for him. A lot at stake here. Pass to Howard. Outside for Arenas. Hits the tray.
He drew the D in and then kicked it out to the open man.
Here is Carter, the Magic, with an excellent chance to put the nail in the coffin.
He knew exactly where the ball was going and got a hand on it.
And so they'll try to extend the game with the intentional foul here.
That's exactly what they need to do to stretch out this game. Smart foul.
It's the first. That gives them a 4-point cushion. Off on the second. And Washington has possession. 4-point game. Howard, by Nelson. Here's Heinrich. That's good, and Arenas with the assist. Heinrich's got 20.
He's been stroking it from long range all game long. Actually, most of his points have come from beyond the arc.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're winning by 1. 6 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Carter. And the intentional foul called as they try to prolong the lead.
That's the right move. Stop the clock and hope they make a mistake you can take advantage of.
Sinks the first one, and that'll put them up by 2. 2 for 2, and it's a 3-point ball game.
Taking full advantage of the charity stripe here. Stretching that margin to 3.
Washington calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. 5 seconds left in the game. Mark, what do you think?
With this much time remaining, they should be able to get themselves a decent shot at the basket. Still, a contested 3 is never an easy shot. When he gets it going like this, you've got to double team. That's your only hope. What a great game for Vince Carter in this one. 25 points, and he's hit a trio of three-pointers to give himself 9 points from downtown. His success in the assist department is carried over to the free throw line.
2K Sports, back in a moment from the Amway Center. The fourth quarter was not enough in overtime to start with the jump ball. The Magic control the tip-off to begin the extra period. Carter left side. Jacks up the triple. Shot's good.
Fast break left the defense scrambling to react. They couldn't get to him in time. Well, Kevin, he hadn't had a great game in terms of taking care of the ball and limiting turnovers.
Pass to Howard. Baseline jumper, and again it's Orlando. Here's Arenas. It's not an insurmountable deficit. They've got time on their side.
Yeah, don't worry about the scoreboard here. Just make the most of each possession. Don't have any empty trips.
Got a piece of it.
Way too many turnovers from him in this one, Kevin.
Howard in the post. Drives the defender. Let's go with the 3. Arenas. Here's Carter. And with a basket this trip, he'd have 30 points for the game. Arenas brings the double team.
2 minutes, less than 2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Pass down low. He's covered by Arenas. Here's Nelson. Kept alive. Washington calls. Timeout. They're down by 4. 1:50 left in overtime. Here is Howard.
Got a hand on it. He's really struggled to get into any kind of comfortable flow here. 0 points this quarter, and he really doesn't look like himself out there.
To the right wing. Wizards trail by 4. Here's McGee. And he cuts it through.
Oh my goodness, nobody stopped the ball. The D made that much too easy. Easy for him.
Here is Carter. 1:35 left in overtime. He's picked up by Heinrich. Carter gets to Nelson. The dump off. Here's Howard. The basket good on the assist from Nelson.
Get it to the right guy at the right time. That's a good pass.
Here's Washington now. Trailing by 4. Here's Blatch. With a step back, again the Wizards score.
He's just so clutch. Here's a guy you want on your side with the game on the line, Kevin.
Carter kicks to Nelson. The tray. That's good. Here's Arenas. 58 seconds left in overtime. Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 4. He's perfect from the line this time.
As if there was any question, Kev. He's just not fazed by the pressure. He stays focused and always makes big plays.
And here's Carter.
Right there.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3. Arenas grabs the miss. Decisive possession. The crowd on the edge of their seats. And in there for 2 as he lays it up and in.
Oh, that's much in the clutch. They needed that one, Kev.
And so there's the intentional foul. Still got to foul him for a second time to get into the penalty and send him to the strike. There's Orlando now. They lead by 1. And so they'll try to extend the game with the intentional foul here. Seeks the first one, and that'll put him up by 2. Gets them both, and it's a 3-point ball game. Washington calls timeout. They're behind by 3. 21 seconds left in overtime. Jack, what do you think?
Well, they certainly can go for 3 here, or they can try to score 2, foul, and then hope for missed free throw. But I really think they should take the first available shot. How much better a look do you need? Good mid-range shooters should have put money in the bank.
And there's the foul to stop the clock.
They had the foul, but he's the last guy you want to put on the line. He doesn't miss often.
Gets the first. That gives him a 4-point cushion. 2 for 2, and it's a 5-point ball game.
With that trip to the line, he just made it a 2-possession game, Kevin.
Heinrich outside. Shots up a 3. Automatic.
He just keeps knocking them down from deep. I can relate to that. Some days it seems like he just can't miss.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They lead by 2. 6 seconds left in overtime. Here's Nelson. And blows the whistle as they commit the intentional foul. Sinks the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Can't connect on number 2. Watch.
They need to get a 3 here to stay alive.
And so the big win by Orlando in a tight game. Clark, they couldn't put him away in regulation, but after a superb performance in overtime, they managed to get the job done.
Yeah, just an amazing game, but they pulled away at the end.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan Brand player of the game, Dwight Howard.
What a game in the great, what a great game here and play in overtime as the Magic beat the Wizards by 1 point, 107 to 106. Check out the stats for the Magic. Carter has 30 points, Howard has 25, Nelson 19, Lewis 10, and the rest of the Orlando Magic. And for the Washington Wizards, Kirk Henry 25, Howard 23, Arenas 20, Blanche 14, McGee 12, and the rest of the Washington Wizards. What a great win here in overtime. So the Magic will manage to defeat the Wizards in the type 1. So I'm gonna skip from up to the Sixers Rockets here, so I'll go in second one. Heat and the Raptors, and Mike Peter just hurt for day to day, so the Heat won. No return of Chris Bosh. Clippers T-Wolves, and T-Wolves win. Warriors Jazz. And okay, so Man Walker will be out for 1 or 2 due to strained Achilles, so Warriors win. Hornets and the Blazers, and Blazers win. Nets and the Celtics, and Nets are gonna upset the best team of the world, the best team in the East, the Boston Celtics. So the Nets are gonna upset over the Celtics. Lakers and the Cavaliers, and the Lakers win. Pacers and the Pistons, and the Pistons win. Hawks and the Knicks win by 1 point. Kings and the Mavericks hold off by 2 over the Kings. And the Sixers take on the Rockets, and Allen Iverson just hurt for lower back strain 1 or 2 weeks. And the Rockets win, so it looks like Mavericks were unable to get it 50 wins in the end of the first half because they snatched by the Houston Rockets in a 20 game win streak. So check out the update. Some stats here. The Raptors and the Heat, 40 points for Andre Bargani, Barbosa 28, Jack 15, and for Miami, LeBron 39 and Dwayne Wade 36, Washington Miller 12. T-Wolves beat the Clippers, Love 31-14. Flynn 18, Beasley 13, 12, Johnson and 10 Brewer, and for the Clippers, Kaman 24-13, Gordon 18, 17 and 10 Griffin, 12 for Reddy Floyd. Warriors beat the Jazz, 30 points for Darren Williams, 18 and 12 for Jefferson Kirilenko, and Lee has 38-11, Ellis 33, Wright 18, and who is this guy? It was Williams 12 and Curry 10. Alright, yep, that was nothing happened. Blazers beat the Hornets, and Aldridge scored 27, 24 for Roy, 19 for Miller, Batum 17, and for Hornets, 15-15 for West Chris Paul, 13, Ariza 10. Nets beat the Celtics, 25 points for Kevin Garnett, 22 points for Shaquille O'Neal, Ray Allen 14, Rondo 10, Paul Pierce, he only scored, has 4. And for New Jersey Nets, Devin Harris 36, Outlaw 28, Lopez 18, Murphy 16, and Morrow 15. Next, we got the Lakers beat the Caps, Jamison 33 and 10, Hughes 20, and for Lakers, Jason and Wilson Sessions and Williams 10 points. And for Lakers, Kobe 48, Gasol 16-14, Bynum 12, Ordon and Artest 10. Next up, Pistons beat the Pacers, Stockton 27, Villanova and Hamilton 17, McGrady 13, Gordon 7, and then Granger for the Pacers 28, 18 for Darren Collison and Roy Herbert 10. Knicks beat the Hawks, 34 points for Maurice Starmar, 25 points for Raymond Felton Azubuike, 15 Douglas 13, and 12 for Randolph, 10 for Chandler, 7 for Gallinari, and for the Hawks, Johnson 48, Crawford 18, and Smith 10 and 12. Kings, Mavericks 1, Dirk Nowitzki 19, 18 for Jason Terry, 14 for Sean Marion, Jason Kidd 13, 15 and 8, and Butler 10, and for the Kings, Evans 34, and who was other people was 12, 12, 12 for Cousins, Landry, and Udrich. And last but not least, the Rockets beat the Sixers, 30 points for Kevin Martin, Yao Ming 27, Scholar 20, Brooks 19, and the Reds 19-12 for Brooks, and for Sixers Turner 18, Williams 16, along with Iguodala and Reyes 13-12. And now I'll wrap up here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We're going to BMO Harris Friendly Center. We got an interconference showdown Interconference, the wildcard team, featuring, will be later on, we're going to Milwaukee. It's going to be Carmelo Anthony and Chauncey Billups of the Denver Nuggets take on Brandon Jennings, Corey Maggette, and Andrew Bogut of the Milwaukee Bucks. So the Bucks will make their second appearance of the NBA 2K11. So that will do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin. So the final score of the day, the Magic beat the Wizards in overtime. A tight one by 1 point, 107 to 106. This is Andre Kenshin. Say so long from Amway Center in Orlando. We'll see you later for the second game here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, for the Denver Nuggets and the Milwaukee Bucks and time to take it, and see you later for Denver and Milwaukee. Goodbye, and we'll see you later. Peace. I didn't see you end of the microphone.